Good morning, traders, and this is your day trade setup for the Aussie South African Top 40 for today. Now, we're going to start off on the monthly chart, and what you'll notice here on the monthly is we had this 1 month, which was pretty big engulfing red candle, which you would have expected some follow through with a situation like that, but instead we ended up with an inside bar, and actually a bit of a piercing bar because we gapped below the close here and then up. But you can see these two lines here are the high at the open and close of Friday. So we've got some rubbish data in, but we'll see that on the lower time frames right now. But I think the important thing to understand is look to the left here. There was a lot of selling happening here, and there seems to be a little bit of buying starting to accumulate at this level. Now, if you're looking carefully, you will see we have a pretty big head and shoulders or cup and handle at the moment. Now, obviously, that high there is our neckline. Okay, so we need to break through 53,792, and that would set into motion a second move of this whole big, strong move that we've had for most of the year. Okay, so pay attention to it. I'm still of the opinion we're looking for longs, waiting for this retracement to work itself out before we start getting something. Okay, so you can see the day before we had pretty much a weird gap up and a big run down, and on Friday we opened and closed fairly small. There's a very small tail, so this long tail is not actually true. There's actually a longer tail to the inside. Okay, so as you can see, quite a bit of confusion here, massive engulfing, and then inside bar. So nobody really knows what they want to do with the market at the moment. But based on what's happened over the weekend with the politics, I suspect we're going to gap up. Now, the rand is quite a bit stronger. We're touching on 1408 at the moment. So basically, that's come down pretty much 1 full cent. No, sorry, 1 rand. Most through the second half of last month. Okay, so I think that's probably what's driving it down, because at the moment oil is up 2%. Okay, and Hang Seng is fairly flat at the moment, but the Nikkei's up almost 2%. The Nasdaq's up 1.1%. S&P is up right now as well. Russell futures is up. I mean, most of the US markets are up at the moment, pretty close to 1%. So I suspect we're going to gap up today. Okay, let's just get down to the things that we can trade. Now, first things first, I want to take those two fractals there, put a trend line across them, and that is my channel. Okay, if you look at my oscillators on 3 hour, we are grouped to the downside. We don't have diversions yet. Remember, this tail here is incorrect, as is this one here. So price is hovering. If I look left, look what price is doing. It's hovering at this area here. So I suspect that this is going to hold. I really do suspect it's going to hold, even though we do see a bit of a head and shoulders here, shoulder, head, shoulder. But we are flirting with this area, which seems to be quite a bit of buying. You see there's quite a bit of selling at this area in the past. And I see some selling on that area. Some selling. So I do suspect that that is pretty much our line in our sand, is the open of Friday. Okay, and oscillators are not giving us anything on the hour, except for the fact that I'm just going to take our open here away, and I'm going to put it in right over there. So now you can see what's happened here. You can see there was my previous swing low. We came back to test it, and then nobody kept their longs in from the weekend, basically sold out of it, waiting for Monday. Now I suspect we're going to gap up. Then the next area that we need to pay attention to is going to be this trend line. But at the same time, let's just do that. No, that's not going to make much sense. I suspect that's going to make more sense. Okay, so here's my first inside tail. But I suspect we gap up into this area and then sort of meander off a little bit and then rally again. Now this level here, looks like we'll be intersecting trend lines here, 52675. That's the area where I would be taking profit for any long, and then wait for the next pullback and then get back into it. So let's just go through. As you can see, closing range didn't quite work out. We had a bit of a break to the downside, but we didn't really get through the top of the range. So pretty much a bit of a nothing day. You can see all these tails on Friday, but as expected, as I said to you on Friday, rather wait for the news to materialize and then look for your entry. Okay, so let's just get rid of the noise and let's start with this. And I'll put the levels in. So the closing range is, it's not that big, but yeah, it's 112 points. But I do suspect that we have a little bit of a bigger range here. Okay, so there's the top, there's the bottom. And what we're looking for here, I would expect some kind of a bounce off here. Even if we do gap up into this area, I'd expect us to meander off and then attack this 200 moving average here. But just want to work out what we're looking at here. 167 points. Doesn't really line up with anything. So let's just move that to there. Okay, so I'm expecting a move to the upside, pretty much. And then I'm expecting this target area to be tagged. So this is 52577. May actually just gap straight up into that area and then slowly meander off until something happens later in the day where we get a second breath, more second wind, and carry on to the upside. But this makes most sense. You can see there's quite a bit of buying that happened here. So that is a breakout area, and we're expecting a retest of that. So that's my take on this at the moment, is a break above 52,461. I expect us to get to 52,577. If we do by any chance break to the downside below 52347, then I would expect as a start 52232 to get tagged, but also there's nothing really to the left of that, so I'd expect a little bit of a deeper fall than that. Okay, so last things last, let's just go have a look at the ichimoku here. So you can see, starting off in the half hour, the trend is down, although this is pretty much we had a crossover in the middle of the day, and we've still got a crossover, so that's still a valid picture. We don't have a crossover on the hour, so the hour is still a negative picture. 4 hour is also still a bearish picture, although we're bouncing off the cloud. Okay, but we've had this crossover here, and Chico-Span is back in price here as well, so that's rather bearish. But if you look at the daily, oscillator group to the downside, we are above. We're above the cloud. We're above Kijinson, but you would expect a bit of a move down and then I would expect Keynesian to start following, and then another rally. Okay, so for me, this at the moment is still a bit of a retracement of this big move, and I'm looking for my entry, and it could actually happen today. Okay, so that's basically what I'll be looking for today. Looking for a break above that closing range, but I'm also ideally looking for a break and a retest of this area here, which is the 200 moving average, which is 52512. 52512. That's kind of my line in the sand. I want to see a break above it. I want to see a retest, test it, and then we start moving to the upside. Yeah, it is very possible that we just rally straight past it and move to the upside. The stranger things have also happened, so we may just gap up to this area and then move down and then only consolidate and move up with Europe. Okay, anyway, guys, that's my view. If we do drop down, I still think I'll wait. I'm not really interested in chasing the shorts at the moment. There hasn't been any convincing price action for me anyway that there are shorts, that I need to start looking at shorts. Okay, there we go. That's it. I hope it helps, and I'll catch you later. Cheers for now.